Rob, just looking at the game itself, Gloucester, you know from past experience how tough a place that is to go. Friday nights, it's one of the best atmospheres in the Premiership, isn't it?
Yeah, we're expecting a full-on game. You know, I suppose the good thing about being around the top of the Premiership for a few years is you know what to expect, and that's a full-on challenge every time you play, because nobody takes you for granted at all, because that's disappeared a long time ago. People want to knock you off. Gloucester have ambitions to be in the top four and winning the Premiership themselves, and we're one of the teams they're competing against. You know, there's every reason to say this is going to be a very tough game. But that said, you know, we've played in a lot of tough games and collected points through a lot of tough games in tough seasons before, and that's the challenge we've got to want to face again.
Not that you were critical, but what you did say after the Sale game was that you weren't happy necessarily just to pick up a point now. The times have changed with the whole makeup of this team. You want to be going for wins.
Well, I think particularly at home, and I think it's like anything. You lose games of rugby and that's fine. There's no issue with that. But I just don't think we showed any of the top qualities that we've got as a team, particularly in the first half. We just let Sale get some very easy momentum, a couple of very easy scores. You know, when you look at them in hindsight as well, very easy scores. And that ultimately left us too much to do in the second half when we actually rolled our sleeves up and got on with things. And I kind of think we probably let ourselves down a little bit and let our supporters down in that first half. You know, I can't give the guys enough credit for the second half. Two halves like that, and we would have won the game. Yeah, but Sale are a good side. If you don't go out there, it's like I said before, if you don't go out there and pour everything into a game, you're going to lose. And that's the way the top end of the league should be. And that's why we've got to expect to have to give an awful lot on Friday if we want to win the game.
It was a relentless sort of 15-week block, but as you say, all of you have been able to recharge the batteries a little bit. Are you expecting a real go out there fiery performance now, and probably Gloucester will help bring that out of you?
Yeah, I think we should, but I think it's this Gloucester in the same scenario. You know, they've had that bit of a break as well. They've had that chance to draw a breath. They probably finished that block a little bit disappointed with themselves as well. You know. And so it makes it for an interesting game. I think both of us have got points to prove. Both of us are desperate to collect points. That's what makes a humdinger of a rugby game.
And we're at the halfway stage of the season now. As you say, it could go right through with perhaps 1 week off, but it's so exciting again, isn't it? And you're in a great position. The platform you've set from that first half is outstanding.
That's exactly it. In both competitions, we've got things in our hands. You know, a home quarter final means it's in your hands to outperform Saints on the day. But if you're top of the Premiership, it's in your hands to put together quality games and quality performances that mean you collect the points to stay there. You know, we don't need right here and now. We don't need another team to win, to beat someone else, to put us into a quarter final. We can control that ourselves by winning games of rugby. That's a fantastic situation to be in, but it's only fantastic if, like I say, you want to roll your sleeves up and you want to make the most of it. We've done that in the past. And that's what we've got to be prepared to do now. You know, there's no magic ingredient to this. I've said to the lads, you know, I can't sit here and give you some magic way to win the next 4 games easily. There isn't an easy way to win them. You've got to commit to them fully. But it's strange, you know, that often the easiest way to win games of rugby is to do the hard work. If you do the hard work, everything else kind of falls into place, and you almost make it easier for yourself than trying to take shortcuts or trying to find easy ways, and then you find yourself in a dogfight. You find yourself behind, having to chase the scoreboard. You know, sometimes just locking down and the guys looking at each other and committing to each other about what they want to put into this game is what will control everything.
You talked about the squad thickening out. This next 4 weeks, though, is a pretty relentless block in itself, isn't it? And it's where you can define a large part of your second half of the season. It
is, but in the past, this has also been a block where guys have come through and then driven us to the end of the season. You know, there's an opportunity now for Elvis Tyone and Jordan Poole in the hooker to stake claims and stay part of the squad going forward. You know, same with guys like Billy Keast having some involvement now. You know, those guys they can provide some impetus. You know, there are guys there who are involved and in and around things now. Tom O'Flaherty back fit. You know, he was a real driving force for us early in the season with a lot of the energy we were playing with. You know, Stuart Hogg back in and around now, some more game minutes under his belt for us. You know, we're not far off now from seeing Simo back from his break. You know, all of these guys can provide impetus if they drop in and they're training well now and they're ready to go. And that's what we've got to see. You've got to see guys bringing impetus to you. And often, as I said, often they become the guys who drive you right to the end of the season.
Glasgow announced today that Enrique Pareto is leaving at the end of the season, but what a signing he is. He's added bringing in, and he will still have a part to play over this last half of the season.
Oh, without doubt. You know, Enrique's done absolutely everything we could have asked of him. You know, we kind of managed to get hold of him on the back of injuries and unavailabilities at tight head, and he came in and was playing within days really, having played for the Barbarians and cutting short his tour with them, so that we had a guy who was up and running and ready to go. If you think of the games he's played, he's played in big Heineken Cup games, really important games, played in very important Premiership games for us, and he's done exceptionally well. Very popular member of the squad, and I'm expecting him, and I know he will because of the quality of guy he is. He'll work very hard to help us have a successful season.